This is Data Jockey, Machine Learning for Victorian Racing, Race 5, Ballarat Synthetic, Tuesday, 18 August 2026. All right, let us get straight into it. Quick summary first for Race 5 at Ballarat Synthetic, then I will dig into the why. Two selections today. Newcomb is the top pick, the model's place selection. Bertrand comes in as the second leg, the top four selection in the same race multi, not a place selection on its own. That is the short version. Newcomb for the place, the multi combining both if you want the longer odds option. Stick with me though, because there is a genuinely interesting read on this race underneath those two selections. Race 5 at Ballarat Synthetic, 12 runners, top 3 paying the place dividend. The model's read here is interesting straight away. The favorite is not the top selection. That is the model telling you it sees value the market has missed. This is precisely the kind of scenario where the data and the crowd disagree, and that disagreement is where the value sits. Two selections from the model for this race, a place pick, and a same race multi combining both. Remember, not every race makes the cut. The model only selects when the value is genuinely there, and today it is. On to the breakdown. Before the picks, here is the short version of how this works, because it sets this channel apart from most tipping content out there. Every selection comes from a machine learning model trained on Victorian racing results, and it does not stop learning. Every race meeting feeds back into it, sharpening it over time. The key difference from almost everything else in this space, most models and most tipsters are chasing the winner. This one was built to chase something else entirely: place finishers. Horses that land in the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different target, and it changes everything about how the model is built. It is simultaneously weighing dozens of variables across the full field: pace, distance, field composition, historical form, how each horse matches up against today's rivals specifically, all at once, in ways that are genuinely hard to replicate manually. Want the deeper methodology? It is linked in the description below. For now though, Race 5 is on the table and the model has a clear view on it. Let us get into the picks. On to pick 1 for Race 5. The model's top selection here is Newcomb, currently 6th in the market, not the favorite, not the horse drawing the market's attention, just one the model rates well above where it is currently priced. That mismatch is the whole basis for the selection. I want to be upfront about something, since I think it is more useful than pretending otherwise. There is no single clean reason the model has chosen Newcomb. That is genuinely not how the system works. It does not rely on one factor like a strong record at Ballarat Synthetic or a preferred distance, the kind of reasoning a standard form guide leans on. The model takes a different path entirely, weighing dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is racing today, historical patterns built from thousands of past Victorian races, all considered together, surfacing connections that are simply invisible to manual analysis. That is intentional. A one-sentence explanation would mean the model was unnecessary. What actually counts is this: the market has Newcomb at 6th in the market. The model places it first for Race 5. That difference between market price and model confidence is where the value lives, and identifying that gap is the model's entire job. It does not matter whether the market eventually catches up or not. By the time it does, the value has usually already gone. Built specifically around place finishers rather than winners, a top ranking here means this horse fits the historical profile of horses that finish in the places, not necessarily the historical profile of horses that win outright. A different way of approaching the problem altogether. Newcomb for the place, a top 3 finish in a 12-runner field, is what the model is backing for Race 5. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. On to pick 2, Bertrand, sitting at 3rd in the market. This is a different category of selection compared to pick 1, and the distinction is worth spelling out clearly. The model has Bertrand pegged as a likely top 4 finisher, but it does not extend that confidence to a top 3 finish specifically. That is the key difference. There is not enough in the data to support a standalone place selection on Bertrand, but there is enough to support its role in the same race multi as the top 4 leg. This might look like a small technical point, but in a 12-runner field, it carries real weight, top 3 pays a place dividend, fourth simply does not. So Bertrand is not the model's idea of a place bet on its own. Its value sits in the multi. Reading the model's view on Bertrand plainly, it belongs in this race, fits the top 4 shape of this field, but getting into top 3 specifically is less certain. For the multi, top 4 is sufficient. Newcomb finishing top 3, Bertrand finishing top 4, that is what the model is backing for race 5. Race 5's same race multi pairs Newcomb as a top 3 finisher with Bertrand in the top 4. Availability depends on your wagering provider, so check there first. One thing worth clarifying before anything else, these are genuinely different bet types, not interchangeable versions of the same thing, and their odds of landing are not equal. Newcomb on its own as a place selection is the safer, higher probability play. The model's confidence is strongest there, and while the return is more modest, the chance of it landing is better. That is the model's core view on this race. The same race multi asks for more. Both Newcomb in top 3 and Bertrand in the top 4 need to land together, which lowers the overall probability but lifts the potential return considerably. There is no obligation to take both. Newcomb as a standalone place bet is where the model's signal is strongest. The multi sits there for anyone wanting the higher variance option. Either way, go in knowing exactly what each bet demands. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. If today's full card is what you are after, every race has a dedicated video, all collected in the playlist, uploaded ahead of race 1. Worth browsing the other races to see which selections fit what you are after. Combining multiple model selections into a place multi is something some punters do. Your wagering provider can explain how that works. Whatever you decide, make sure it is your own informed call. One more thing worth repeating, check for scratchings before placing any bet, since they can completely reshape a race on the day. For race 5, the model's place selection is Newcomb. The playlist has the rest of the card, and if you have not subscribed, this channel runs for every Victorian meeting, every race day, entirely free. That is race 5 Ballarat synthetic wrapped up. The model's place selection is Newcomb, and the same race multi-combination is Newcomb top 3, Bertrand top 4, for those who want to explore the longer odds option. All tips are tracked publicly and results posted every week. Good days, bad days, all of it out in the open. No cherry-picking, no hiding the losses. You can see exactly how the model has been performing over time and make your own call on whether it is worth following. As always, for entertainment purposes only, please make informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next one.